This is for educational use only. Our group grants permission for our instructor, Mr. Roldan Ardinis, to use this as educational material.
Good day everyone. Today we will discuss about the global divide, the global north and the global south. Many people think the term global north and global south refer to countries located in the southern and northern part of the world. However, these terms actually describes differences in economic development, technology, wealth, and in living standards. In this presentation, we will explain what the global north and global south mean, how this idea developed, the difference between the global south and the third world, and how Latin American countries help shape this concept.
The global north refers to the countries that are generally wealthier, more industrialized, and have higher standards of living. These countries usually have stronger economies, better healthcare, advanced technology, and higher level of education. For example, the United States of America, Canada, Germany, Japan, and Australia. On the other hand, the global south refers to the countries that are generally developing or emerging economies. Many face challenges such as poverty, inequality, and limited access to technology and resources. For example, the Philippines, India, Brazil, Nigeria, and Indonesia. It is important to remember that these terms are economic and political, not geographical. For example, Australia is in the southern hemisphere but belongs to the global north because it is highly developed. To sum it all up, global north refers to the countries that are already developed and industrialized, while global south refers to the countries that are developing or still emerging.
The global divide developed through history. During colonial times, powerful European countries controlled by religions in Africa, Asia, and Latin America. They took natural resources, influence, and economics of these colonies. After many countries became independent, they still face economic challenges such as debt, poverty, and unequally trade relationship. As a result, wealth became concentrated in developed countries, while many developing countries continued to struggle. This created what we now call the global divide between the global north and the global south.
The global divide happened because of colonialism. Colonizing countries took land, resources, and wealth from colonies. This made the colonizers richer, while the colonies were left poor and underdeveloped, creating a gap between nations. Unequal trade. Poor countries often sell raw materials at low prices and buy expensive finished product from rich countries. This limits their economic growth and widens the gap. Difference in industrial development. Countries that industrialize early develop stronger economies, industries, and infrastructure. Countries that industrialize later had fewer opportunities to compete, leading to unequal development and unequal access to technology and education. Countries with better technology and education can innovate, improve productivity, and create more jobs. Countries with limited access struggle to develop increasing the gap between rich and poor nations. These factors gave some centuries more wealth, opportunities, and development than others, leading to the global divide, the economic and social gap between more developed and less developed countries.
Many people think that the terms Third World and Global South have the same meaning, but they are actually different. So first, the term Third World became popular during the Cold War, which lasted from around 1947 to 1991. So during that time, countries were divided into three groups. So the first world include countries that supported the United States and had a capitalist economy. The second world include the countries that supported the Soviet Union and follow communism, while the third world referred to countries that did not officially support either side. So many of the countries were newly independent and still developing. However, people began to use the term third world to describe poor or less developed countries. So because of this, the term started to have a negative meaning, and it sounded like these countries were less important or less successful. So many people no longer use it today. Instead, the term Global South is now preferred. It focuses on countries' economic and social condition, not on which side it supported during the Cold War. The term Global South recognizes many developing countries are improving their economies, education, technology, and industry. Some countries in the Global South, such as India and Brazil, have become important players in the global economy. So while both terms may describe many of the same countries, Third World is a political term, while Global South is a modern term that focuses on development, inequality, and opportunities, and it also considered more respectful and accurate. So in the simple term, the Third World used during the Cold War and based on a political alliance, and now considered outdated and sometimes offensive, while a Global South, a modern term, focused on economic and social development and more respectful and widely used today.
One of the most significant contributions is dependence theory. This theory was developed by Latin American scholars who wanted to explain why many developing countries continue to experience poverty even after gaining independence. They argued that the problem is not only caused by issues within the countries, but also by the way the global economy is structured. According to dependence theory, many poor countries depend on the wealthier nation for trade, investments, and technology and financial support. These relationships are often unequal because developing countries usually export raw materials while richer countries produce and sell more expensive manufactured goods. As a result, wealth tends to flow toward richer countries, making it difficult for poorer nations to achieve term economic growth. The concept of Global South also highlights the importance of cooperation among developing countries by working together, sharing knowledge, and supporting one another. This nation can strengthen their economies and have a stronger voice in international discussion about trade, development, and global policies. This theory challenged the traditional belief that all countries follow the same path to development instead of emphasizing historical such as colonization and unequal economic relationship to continue affect many developing nations today. It is also encouraged governments to think about ways to strengthen their own industry and reduce dependence on the foreign economies.
In summary, the Global North are wealthy and developed countries with advanced technology and strong economics. And the Global South are the developing and emerging countries, but they face economic and social challenges. So, why is there a global divide? This is because of colonial history, unequal trade, and difference in economic development. Thank you for watching our video and see you next time.